Welcome to Trans Pride.
Bienvenidos a Orgullo Trans de Seattle.
So much to our DJ, Mel.
Aplausos para la DJ Mel.
All right, thank you so much for coming out to Trans Pride Seattle. Woo! Thank you for marching. Thank you for being out here. Thank you for thinking about 1552. You can learn more about it at one of our many booths. Please check out all of our amazing sponsors and tablers here. And to acknowledge what happened on Sunday night, I just want to start with a moment of silence for Charlena Lyles. And we can hold this in our minds and be celebratory, but we also need to acknowledge when the police kills another woman of color. And this happens at the same time as the murders of trans women of color that are happening this year and in years past. So, moment of silence. Thank you.
Gracias por estarnos acompañando en el orgullo trans de la ciudad de Seattle. Por favor, aplausos para los patrocinadores que están aquí y un minuto de silencio para la mujer que mataron, la policía, Charlena. Y gracias por estar aquí con nosotros.
Thank you.
Gracias.
We also think that it's important to take a moment right now and acknowledge that we are currently on stolen land.
Creemos que es un momento para tomar el conocimiento de lo que está pasando.
And to honor the indigenous peoples of the Coast Salish territories, and specifically the Duwamish.
Y honrar a las personas que fueron nativas de aquí de Sammamish, que son Coastalans. Gracias.
None of us could be here without indigenous people.
Ninguno de nosotros estaríamos aquí si no fuera por las personas indígenas.
I'd also quickly like to let people know that up front is accessible seating area. The fans that are by the area up front are for maintaining a scent-free space.
Ok, aquí hay acceso al frente. Los fences, las barras que tenemos de allá son para no fumar, para prevenir las esencias que se vengan para acá.
So, my name is Toby Hillmeyer, and I'm one of the board co-chairs of Gender Justice League.
Aplausos para Toby, que es un miembro de la
My name is Toby Hillmeyer, and
Gender
I'm one of
Justice
the
League.
board co-chairs of Gender Justice League.
Aplausos para Toby, que es un miembro de la
My name is Toby Hillmeyer, and I'm one of the board co-chairs of Gender Justice League.
Hi, I'm Sophia, and I am the treasurer of Gender Justice League, also pink hair. Hi, I'm Sophia, and I am the treasurer of Gender Justice League, also pink hair.
Hi, my name's Jenny Skinny. I'm the executive director of Gender Justice League.
Ella es la directora ejecutiva de Gender Justice League.
Also pink hair.
Hi, my name's Jenny Skinny. I'm the executive director of Gender Justice League.
Ella es la directora ejecutiva de Gender Justice League.
Also pink hair.
Hi, my name's Jenny
So,
Skinny. I'm the
we'd like to introduce Entre Hermanos as co-sponsors of the event.
Queremos introducir entre hermanos como patrocinadores del
We'd like
evento.
to introduce Entre Hermanos as co-sponsors of the event.
Queremos introducir entre hermanos como
Entre Hermanos is Seattle's Latinx LGBTQ organization. Joining us on the stage is Luis Fernando, Executive Director, and Jessica Rosas, Trans Coordinator of Entre Hermanos.
recibamos a Luis Fernando de Entre Hermanos.
Hola Seattle, ¿cómo están? Mi nombre es Jessica Rosas, soy canción de Provenero y estoy muy orgullosa de estar aquí por segundo año y quiero darle la bienvenida a esto que es cada vez mejor, canción de Provenero, más grande y estoy muy orgullosa de estar aquí por segundo año, decirles y quiero darle la bienvenida a esto que es cada vez mejor, canción de Provenero, más grande y estoy muy orgullosa de estar aquí por segundo año.
I'm very excited to be here for the second year into this event that just keeps getting better and better.
Y también quiero decirles que tenemos una mesa de información para que sepan más acerca de nuestra organización y todos los programas que tenemos. Sean bienvenidos a este.
Yeah, and we would also like to tell you that we have a table over here in this direction, that we have a lot of information for you of our organization and events that are coming up for all of the community.
Y sean bienvenidos.
And welcome!
Hola, buenas tardes a todos.
Good afternoon to everyone.
Mi nombre es Luis Fernando Ramírez, yo soy el director ejecutivo de Entre Hermanos. Estoy muy contento de estar aquí.
My name is Jose
Luis Fernando Ramírez.
Fernandez. And I am the director. He is the director of Entre Hermanos, and I'm very excited to be here today.
Parte de nuestra misión en Entre Hermanos es promover la salud y el bienestar de la comunidad LGBTQ.
One of our main missions of Entre Hermanos is
to promote the well-being and the health of the LGBTQ Latino community.
This is
To promote the well-being and the health
most
of the
important
LGBTQ
event that
Latino
the gender community do during the year. So we're here to celebrate you. So enjoy this evening. Thank you very much.
Muchas gracias por estar aquí y por disfrutar este evento. Es para toda la comunidad transgénero. Gracias.
I just want to take a second to say thank you to the more than 90 volunteers who helped make Trans Pride Seattle happen. So let's hear it there.
Quiero tomar un momento para agradecer a todos los voluntarios para que se hiciera posible el orgullo trans.
Who helped make Trans Pride Seattle happen. From our preliminary board and staff who are here with us today.
Y para todos los miembros de la mesa de Gender Justice League, right here, aquí. ¡Aplausos! Para todos los miembros.
It's my honor to introduce Ray Corona, who's co-chair of the Seattle LGBTQ Commission and is the executive director of Somos Seattle, a Latinx organization that launched earlier this year. Take it away. Commission and is the executive director of Somos Seattle, a Latinx organization that launched earlier this year.
Fundador de Somos Seattle. Y es una persona indocumentada gay, que nos va a compartir más de su trabajo, que es el fundador de todo. Gracias a todos por estar aquí, persona indocumentada gay, que nos va a compartir más de su trabajo, que es
Somos Seattle LGBTQ organization. Our goal is unity and probably more battle one with another, so we have LGBTQ Facebook, live unity, that's one way to connect. Another way to battle any other is to have the events are community, so you're welcome to join us. And you have to register any
Latinx que apoya a la comunidad, ellos tienen eventos cada mes, pueden contactarse por Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, que apoya a la comunidad.
And now I'm going to introduce Adriana here. That has been a wonderful job translating for everybody here today.
Thank you.
And now I'm going to introduce Adriana here. I have to share a little bit about her story really quick. Adriana originally from today, moved to the U.S. in the late 1990s, started her transition about 11 years ago, and has been collaborating with her story since the very beginning. So thank you, Adriana. Moved to the U.S. in the late 1990s, started her transition about 11 years ago, and has been collaborating with her story since the very beginning. So thank you, Adriana. Moved to the U.S. in the late 1990s, started her transition about 11 years ago, and has been collaborating with her story since the very beginning. So thank you, Adriana.
Sorry, we're trying to figure it all out. So I'm going to give you all the house rules. So the bathrooms are behind you, directly behind the volunteer protected area.
Los baños están directamente a espaldas de los voluntarios.
The bathrooms, there are accessible, there's an accessible porta potty there, protected area.
Tenemos acceso también para baños portátiles hacia allá.
This is a smoke incendiary event.
Este es un evento de fragancias. Tenemos acceso también para baños portátiles hacia allá.
This is a smoke of all incendiary events.
Este es un evento que tiene fragancias para seguridad.
So we ask if you want to smoke on a day event or place out. So we ask if you want to smoke 50 feet away, which you can go north to the fountain. It's a scenic view, I promise. 50 feet away.
Es una bonita bonita
which you
vista.
can go north to the fountain. There is first easement over there by Savannah.
Tenemos una tienda de primeros auxilios que está para allá, cerca de la cabana.
Where if you're feeling dehydrated, faint, if you're having any problems, they have water, they
Tenemos
can
una
take care
tienda
of
de
it.
primeros auxilios. Si se sienten deshidratados, para allá tenemos agua en la tienda de primeros auxilios.
Behind us is a volume shadow tent
Si se sienten deshidratados, para allá
overstimulated, or maybe accessibility reasons to be in a quiet space. It's up here on the hill.
de acá en este lado tenemos una tienda para personas que necesiten refrescarse.
Volunteer check-in is right behind us in that open area.
Para personas que el área de voluntarios está aquí en la área cerca de aquí del frente.
And your volunteers and staff right behind us in that open area.
El área de voluntarios traen cafés para que los identifiquen. Ella no trae.
And now I'm going to introduce Jan from the accessibility team, who is going to talk a little bit more about making Trans Pride accessible for everyone. And now I'm going to introduce Jan from the accessibility team, who is going to talk a little bit more about making Trans Pride accessible for everyone.
My name's Jade. I'm an accessibility coordinator, also from the accessibility team. And every year at Trans Pride, we want to make this event as accessible to as many people as possible. So I'm so happy to be here. If you're unable to be here, we're very happy every year at Trans Pride have the best time that we can. Disability justice is so happy that core values are unable to be here. Every person that is able to be here every year at Trans Pride to get here. I'm so happy that you're here. Really just to make the best possible possible for as many people as possible. And I want to thank the rest of the team to help make this event. Get here, I'm so happy that I have seen Seattle within my time here. So this is the best of the team. They do that to help make it successful. As we get here, I'm so happy that
Ella está luchando todo el tiempo para que más personas tengan acceso al orgullo trans de Seattle. Constantemente estamos buscando traer más personas y más tiempo para que vengan aquí, que más personas tengan acceso al orgullo trans. Y ahorita nos va a presentar el orgullo trans de Seattle que pusieron posible este evento. Estamos buscando traer más personas y más tiempo para que vengan aquí, que más personas tengan acceso al orgullo trans. Y ahorita nos va a presentar el orgullo trans de Seattle que pusieron posible. Hola, buenas tardes, mi nombre es Hermano, personas y más tiempo y estoy dándome cuenta que soy muy chaparra, muy bajita y tengo problemas para hablar en el micrófono.
So I'm one of the accessibility co-leads for this year. One of the things that we worked on that we're really excited about is our screen tent, which you will find over there. It is for folks who are on the spectrum or folks who just want to kind of take some time away from the crowd and just kind of chill out. So if you feel the need to kind of go and hang out, we got bean bags, coloring books, all sorts of cool stuff in there.
Ella dice que está muy contenta porque este año pudieron tener una tienda aquí atrás donde las personas si se sienten como muy cansadas o quieren estar aparte de tanta gente pueden ir ahí, tienen libros para colorear y pueden estar ahí tranquilas.
Hello everyone. My name is Tosh. This is my second Tosh. Thank you for coming to Trans Pride this year. I am the ASL coordinator. Hello everyone. For this year, so we have ASL interpreters and accessibility right here in the front. If you're deaf or if you need the use of a sign language interpreter, you can sit right here.
Él está un interpretador de las lenguaje de señas y está aquí está muy contento porque lo invitaron. Él está un interpretador
So I wanted to teach you all just a little bit of sign language you might want to use today. So I'm going to teach you how to say Happy Trans Pride. You ready? You can just copy me like this. So this is happy.
Él nos va a mostrar cómo decir happy con las manos. Happy, orgullo. Happy Pride. I mean, el orgullo.
So this is happy.
Él nos va a mostrar cómo decir happy con las manos.
This is the sign for trans, like this.
Orgullo feliz.
So it folds like that. And then this is pride.
Pride.
Alright, so this is happy trans pride, everyone, like this. Thank you so much.
Feliz orgullo trans.
Folds like that. And then this is pride.
Pride. Orgullo.
Happy Trans Pride, everyone. Like this.
Feliz Orgullo Trans.
Hi, my name is Mayan Klein. I am on the board of Gender Justice League, and I just wanted to announce that we are having our official Trans Pride after party at Vermilion. It is on Vermilion, for anyone who doesn't know, is on 11th Avenue, just past the playing field. And it is right after Trans Pride ends, and we're going till 2 a.m. All proceeds go to Trans Pride Seattle, so come dance, party with us afterwards. We'll be here all night. Well, there all night.
Ella es una coordinadora de la Gender Justice League y nos está invitando a una fiesta que va a estar después, el after party, en un restaurante que se llama Vermilio, que está aquí por la 11 Avenida. Y vamos a estar de ahí de las 10 hasta las 2 de la mañana para que se vengan a disfrutar, echarse su traguito y a pasársela bonito. ¿Ok, mi gente? Las 10 hasta las 2 de la mañana para que se vengan a disfrutar, echarse
it's
su
my honor
traguito y a
to
pasársela
introduce
bonito.
City Council member Lisa Herbold.
Es mi honor presentar a la señora de consejería,
City Council member Lisa Herbold. Lisa and Shama Sawant introduced a proclamation making today Trans Pride Seattle Day in Seattle. Lisa and Shama Sawant introduced a proclamation making today Trans Pride Seattle. And we already received it on Monday, and I forgot to bring it today. So Lisa's going to read the proclamation, and then we're going to pretend she hands it to us.
Lisa nos va a dar la información.
Thank you, Danny. Hello, everybody. Happy Trans Pride. Let's hear it. Woo!
To us. Lisa nos va a dar la información.
It's been a tough week, and it's wonderful. Hello, everybody. Happy Trans Pride. Gorgeous faces.
Ha sido una semana difícil,
really
pero
the lift I need right now, and I think it's a lift that a lot of us in this community need right now.
Pero es bonito ver y gratificante ver sus caras aquí con nosotros.
Really the lift I need right now. As Danny mentioned, we have a proclamation that the City Council passed in your honor to name today Trans Pride Day, and I'm going to read it.
Hoy es el día que se va a proclamar como el día oficial de Trans, 23 de junio, como el día oficial de Trans Seattle.
Celebrating Trans Pride Seattle 2017.
Celebrando el orgullo trans del 2017.
Whereas the recent efforts to repeal the civil rights of transgender people highlights the urgent need to build a society free of bigotry.
Estamos aquí para crear una comunidad fuerte y luchadora.
Highlights the urgent need to build a society one of the largest and most vibrant transgender communities in the country.
Porque Seattle es la comunidad más grande, vibrante que tenemos de todo Estados Unidos. Seattle es la más grande.
Whereas Seattle is also home to Ingersoll Gender Center, founded by Marsha Boxer.
De todo Estados Unidos, Seattle es la más grande. El hogar de Ingersoll.
Whereas Seattle in 1977, the old Gender Center, longest running transgender organization in the country.
Ellos han estado desde 1977 y sí continúan trabajando.
Providing direct support services to individuals, families, friends, businesses, and organizations for decades.
Dando servicios a personas transexuales por más de varias décadas.
Whereas the Gender Justice League, Washington's transgender civil and human rights organization, has mobilized thousands of people to educate and to celebrate trans, non-binary, and gender non-conforming people on June 23rd for Trans Pride Seattle.
Junio 23 es el día oficial de Trans Seattle, de orgullo trans.
Whereas the last 5 years have seen a significant increase in gains by Gender Justice League, Ingersoll Gender Center, and their allies, the right and transgender people, and gender organizations
Ellos son aliados con Microsoft, Gender Justice League, y están haciendo todo lo mejor para seguir adelante.
Transgender civil expansion of health insurance non-discrimination and the passage of the Washington Human Rights Commission's rules protecting transgender people.
Y ellos están luchando cada día más para tener más regulaciones que favorezcan a las personas transgénero.
Whereas Transparent Seattle is celebrating its 5th year, elevating voice and political power of transgender, gender non-conforming people and their allies, Washington State transgender people.
Ahora ellos ya 5 años aliados haciendo, estamos creciendo y representando a la comunidad transgénero, comunidad que no se define de género, y aquí estamos.
Whereas 2017 has seen unprecedented political attacks against the trans community in Washington State, and the trans community has demonstrated unwavering courage and commitment to ensure that dignity and human rights are celebrating its 5th year.
A pesar de que hemos tenido los ataques, la comunidad se mantiene firme y luchando para salir adelante. Ahora ellos ya 5 años estamos creciendo
that trans, non-binary, and gender non-conforming people make to the fabric of our community every day.
Ellos reconocen que las personas transgénero le dan color y le dan vida a la comunidad de Seattle. Y ellos están luchando cada día más.
Friday, June 23rd, 2017, the Trans Pride Day in the city of Seattle, and encourages all individuals and progress to attend Trans Pride Seattle 2017. Thank you for the opportunity to have and share at the Council Proclamations today. I did also want to take this opportunity to recognize the contributions of the sponsors of this wonderful event, and thank you for making it bigger and better every year.
Gracias por estarnos acompañando. Quiero tomarte el momento de agradecer a los patrocinadores de este evento esta noche.
So it's now my honor to introduce another elected official, Joe McDermott, who's the president of the King County Council. Joe, who is an openly LGBT elected official, really helped us this last year, right after the election.
Joe es una persona electa al concilio y él nos ha ayudado para que las cosas mejoren. Gracias por estar un poco más. Quiero tomarte el momento de agradecer a los patrocinadores de este cuando la gente viene y nos hace cómo cambiar legalmente su nombre. Joe ganó $10,000 para el gobierno para esas clínicas.
Really helped us his staff here, Ron DeWin and Casey.
Él y sus miembros él nos ha ayudado para que el law mejoren. Gracias por estar un poco más.
Adventure program from Queen County Keynote.
Él nos ha ayudado a crear un programa de la cual la gente viene y contaba.
So we can help more than 390 trans people, $1,000
podemos ayudar más de 300 de King County Council. Ganó $10,000 para 390 personas transgénero.
Change their name and gender
para que puedan cambiar su nombre, su orientación y su sexo en la identificación. Aplausos para Joe.
Adventure program from Queen County Keynote.
My brothers and sisters in the trans community.
Siempre es un placer estar con hermanos y hermanas transgénero. Podemos ayudar más que
By finding funds in the King County budget for name changes.
Él está contento porque pudo conseguir dinero para lograr esto, para que puedan cambiar, que la gente pueda cambiar su nombre.
Sorry that part of that demand was driven by the change in the federal administration.
Solo estoy un poco triste por la federación que pone trabas.
It's always a celebration with any cause concerned to the trans community.
Y si ellos dan alguna problema o alguna ellos van a estar con nosotros apoyando, buscándonos para que salgamos adelante. Es para él un honor hacer la proclamación del condado. Como una ellos van a estar con nosotros apoyando, buscándonos para que salgamos adelante. Es para él un honor hacer la proclamación del condado. Como ellos van a estar con nosotros apoyando, buscándonos para que salgamos adelante. Es para él un honor hacer la proclamación del condado. Como un año que lo está haciendo.
Now, therefore, I, King County Council Chair Joe McDermott, proclaim June 2017 as Trans Pride Month and encourage King County residents to join in the celebration.
Ahora yo proclamo, oficialmente en Seattle el día 23 de junio como el orgullo trans de la ciudad de Seattle.
Happy Trans Pride!
Como un año que lo está haciendo. Ahora yo proclamo,
All right, I would like to now introduce Carlos Padilla, the organizing director of Washington Won't Discriminate. They use they, them pronouns, and they'll be working very closely with Washington State Alliance as a field campaign manager to lead the initiative against 1552. Carlos.
How's everybody doing? Happy Trans Pride, everybody!
Ahora introducimos a Carlos Padilla.
Just a quick
orgullo trans.
Just a quick shout out for the folks who are volunteering today. Please raise your clipboards. We're out here today asking all of you to join.
Ahora yo proclamo,
All right, I would like Initiative 1552. So if you have not yet declined to sign, do it now.
Aplausos para todos los voluntarios que están, y él también quiere invitarlos para que puedan firmar la ley de 1515-2 que nos dan una mala ley para nosotros.
Just know that the opposition is very close. They're organizing every single day against our community to defeat us, to break us apart. And we're out here building community power to stop that, to make sure that our resilience and our power goes across the state, and we continue building with love and power. So thank you, folks.
Ellos nos ponen barreras y nos ponen barreras, pero nosotros estamos aquí para luchar y para salir adelante.
And just one more thing, just an update. We need everybody that's here today to volunteer through on our efforts, especially the next 2 weeks, because the opposition has July 7 as their deadline to make this initiative. So if you're out in the community, please volunteer. Thank you.
Pido por favor
we're
que
out there
se,
building community
que
power
que
to
se
stop that.
hagan más
To make sure
voluntarios
that
para
our mission and our
esta
power
situación que está pasando con él.
All right, I would now like to introduce Jeremiah Allen. Jeremiah Allen is a queer, trans, black, indigenous, tribal member of the Confederated Tribes of Siletz Indians and Lakota Sioux tribes. And Jeremiah Allen is also the director of the Transform Washington program, part of the Safe Alliance and part of the organizing and educating chapter for fighting 1552 and similar bathroom bills.
Please volunteer. Thank you.
Ahora vamos a introducir a Jeremiah como un aliado queer de la transición que está pasando africana, americana y un miembro de la tribu.
All right, I would now like to introduce Jeremiah Allen. Jeremiah Allen is a queer, trans, black, indigenous, tribal member of the Confederated Tribes of Siletz.
¿Verdad?
Hang on for a second.
Right? Oh, okay. Okay, we'll give it a applause. Que no hay opresión para las personas de color y él está muy contento.
I would like to take a moment in remembrance of Charlena Lyles.
Él va a tomar un momento para nos vamos a introducir a Charlena Mayas.
It's okay. So for now,
The violence Charlena experienced is not separate from the violence
battery
and police brutality experienced by trans people, and particularly trans.
Queremos que la policía de Seattle sea mejor.
As a black man, as a black trans man who's a parent of a little brown girl who experiences mental health issues, I know you can do better and I expect you to do better.
Él, como una persona transgénero, él quiere que hagan mejor y sabe que pueden hacer mejor.
Thank you, Jeremiah. Thank you. I know somebody needed to say that today. So, last but not least, from the United Food and Commercial Workers Union, I have Atesh here, who uses she and they pronouns.
Hi, everybody. I'm Atesh, and I work as a I work at Planned Parenthood.
Yo trabajo con Planned Parenthood.
I'm also a proud member of UFCW 21.
También soy un miembro orgulloso de UFCW 21.
I'm from Florida.
Soy de Florida.
I don't know how many of you are familiar with Florida.
No sé cuántos de ustedes están familiares con Florida.
But it's very different than here.
Pero es muy diferente que aquí.
We have very few unions.
No hay tantas unions.
Even fewer protections for trans folks.
Y no tantas protecciones para las personas transgéneras.
And like many places in this country, it's somewhere where people like me are attacked on the street for being who they are.
Y como muchos lugares de los Estados Unidos, es un sitio en donde personas como yo están atacadas por ser como son.
Seattle has afforded me the freedom to explore my identity.
Seattle me ha dado la oportunidad para explorar mi identidad.
For me, like so many others, transness is not a linear experience.
Como tantos, mi experiencia con transgénera no es como una línea. No hay tantas.
Being able to explore, free from retribution, has allowed me to better understand myself and my gender. Many places in this country, it's somewhere where people like me are attacked on the street for being who they are. When I first interviewed for my job at Planned Parenthood,
cuando primero me entrevistaron para mi trabajo en Planned Parenthood,
I interviewed as a boy.
Yo interviewé
like so many others. I had a nice blue dress shirt, some nice brown slacks.
Tenía una experiencia muy bien bonita y pantalones como muy bonitos.
And my best boy face.
Y tenía cara de muchacho.
Has allowed me to better I did this because I was afraid in my gender.
Yo hice esto porque tenía miedo.
I was afraid of what would happen if my soon boss to be found out.
Tenía miedo que iría mi
When I first interviewed for my job at Planned
Parenthood, yo era transgénero.
Through a conversation about volunteering here at Trans Pride,
hablando con los voluntarios aquí en Trans Pride,
it came out that I was trans.
Salió que yo era transgénero.
I was worried.
Estaba muy preocupado.
I was worried that the interview would stop and my boss might lie. I did this because I was
Estaba preocupado que la entrevista terminaría y mi jefe saliera del cuarto.
She didn't.
No lo hizo.
She welcomed me with open arms.
Me bienvenió con un abrazo de bienvenida.
Yo era my pronouns and what name I'd like to go by.
Y inmediatamente me preguntó mis pronombres, cuál nombre yo quería ir.
Because of this, I was able to embrace my identity at work.
Porque esto pasó, yo tenía la oportunidad para buscar la identidad en mi trabajo,
and become an advocate for other trans folks like me.
Y hablar fuerte y afuera para otras personas transgéneras como yo.
My experience was a good one.
Mi experiencia era una buena experiencia.
Not everyone's experience is like
that. Todos no tienen la misma experiencia.
Not every boss is understanding.
No cada jefe va a entender.
People shouldn't be forced to hide who they are.
Nadie debe estar forzado para esconder lo que son.
Just to make the money we need to survive.
Solo para hacer la plata que necesitamos para sobrevivir.
I am so proud that my union is committed to standing with our LGBTQ community.
Estoy tan orgulloso que mi union está.
My experience was a good one.
Está junto con la comunidad transgénera.
We are devoted to ensuring that no one is discriminated against.
Siempre estamos trabajando para hacer que nadie esté discriminado.
Because an injury to one is an injury to all.
Nadie debe estar porque doliendo uno es doliendo a otro.
Seattle is far from perfect.
Seattle no es perfecto,
but it's better than what I knew.
pero es mejor de lo que yo sabía.
And I am proud to stand with my fellow workers and my union.
Y estoy orgulloso de estar con mis fellow trabajadores.
To fight to preserve and expand the protections this city and state have to offer. Injury to one is an injury to
para
all.
continuar el progreso que esta ciudad está ofreciendo para las personas transgénero.
In these times, I know it's easy to feel powerless.
En estos tiempos yo sé que es fácil sentir que no tiene poder.
But we will always have our voice.
Pero siempre vamos a tener nuestra voz.
And we will always have each other.
Y siempre vamos a tener uno al orgulloso
And together,
y juntos,
we're unstoppable. To fight to preserve and expand the protections this city and state have to offer. Injury to one is an injury to all.
I'd like to introduce Sophia Lee and Toby Hilmayer.
Quiero introducir Sophia Lee.
In these times, I know it's easy to feel powerless.
Toby, en estos momentos sé que es fácil sentir que no tiene poder.
I'd like to welcome you all to this moment.
And we will
Quiero
always have
introducir
each
todos
other.
a este momento.
Our moment.
Nuestro momento.
This is the trans civil rights moment.
Este es el momento civil rights de transgénero.
So you have to wonder, civil rights moment? I thought this was about bathrooms.
Tienes que preguntar, ¿este es el momento de civil rights? Yo pensé que esto era para los baños.
To say that this is about bathrooms is the same as saying that the black civil rights movement was about where you sit on the bus.
Para decir que esto solo es por un baño es como decir el movimiento de derechos civiles de los americanos, africanos americanos solo era de sentarse del lugar sentarse en un bus.
This is about basic rights.
Esto es de los derechos básicos.
This is about our right to exist.
Esto es de nuestro derecho para existir.
Don't let anyone take this away from us because this is our civil rights moment.
No dejen a nadie sacarnos de este momento porque este es nuestro momento de derechos civiles.
Looking at 1552,
mirando a 1552,
we know how much is at stake.
Nosotros sabemos cuánto podemos perder.
And even if this doesn't pass,
y si esto no sale,
it's impacting us already.
Ya nos está impactando.
This initiative would put a bounty on trans children.
Este iniciativo pondría una deuda a las personas transgéneras.
Giving up to $5,000 for people who find trans people in school bathrooms.
Dando hasta $5,000 a las personas que entregan a las personas transgéneras.
We need to make sure that our community can stand together strong.
Tenemos que saber que nuestra comunidad puede caminar fuerte. Una deuda.
And students and trans youth need to know that we have their back.
Y los estudiantes transgéneros tienen que saber que nosotros tenemos su espalda.
Thank you all.
And I want everyone to find the nearest volunteer and pledge to decline to sign. Thank you.
Gracias. Sure that our community can stand together strong.
Tenemos que saber que nuestra comunidad puede caminar fuera una deuda.
And students and trans youth need to know that we have their back.
Y los estudiantes transgéneros tienen que saber que nosotros tenemos su espalda.
And I want everyone to find the nearest volunteer and pledge to find the sign.
So two things. No.
Rewrite the narrative of what is and who is a woman.
Llevamos púrpura porque tenemos que recibir la narración de lo que es y quién es una mujer.
As an oral historian for the Transgender Oral History Project for the Treader Collection at the University of Minnesota Twin Cities. Those white people make me say all that long ass shit when I say this.
Como historiadora oral del proyecto transgénero de historia oral de la colección Treader de la Universidad de Minnesota Ciudades Gemelas,
I am charged with the collection of the lived experiences of transgender and gender non-conforming people throughout the upper Midwest and all over the entire country, for that matter.
Me encargo de recolectar las experiencias vividas de personas transgénero y no conformes de género en todo el Alto Medio Oeste y todo el país para ese asunto.
So thus far, I have interviewed 172 people.
Hasta ahora he entrevistado a 143 personas.
And I can tell you that not everybody who identifies as a woman has a pink pussy.
Y puedo decirte que no todo el mundo que se identifica como una mujer tiene un coño rosa.
In honesty, I do want to take a moment to thank 45 for bringing the word pussy back into the public discourse.
Y en honestidad quiero tomar un momento para agradecer a 45 por llevar la palabra coño en la conciencia pública y la conversación.
I love the word pussy personally.
Me encanta la palabra personalmente.
But there are some purple pussies in the world.
Pero hay algunos coños púrpuras en el mundo.
Some blue pussies in the world.
Algunos coños azules en el mundo.
Some red pussies in the world.
Algunos coños rojos en el mundo.
There are some pussies that are black holes that suck you in so deep that when you stumble out, you are moved by the sense of possibility. A sense of hope.
Hay algunos coños que son que chupan tan profundo que cuando te tropiezas te emocionas y tienes un sentido de la esperanza.
We wear purple for Marsha P. Johnson and Sylvia Rivera.
Llevamos púrpura para Marsha P. Johnson y Sylvia Rivera.
2 stars.
2 estrellas.
Street transvestite action revolutionaries wore purple when they marched at Stonewall.
Revolucionarios de acción de trevistas callejeros que llevaban púrpura cuando marchaban a Stonewall.
So I will say to you today, Seattle, that marches do work.
Entonces te voy a decir ahorita, Seattle, que las marchas sí funcionan.
They have the potential to create significant change.
Que tienen el potencial para crear un cambio significativo.
But they are only one part of the strategy.
Pero son solo una parte de la estrategia.
Marches must be accompanied by political action.
Las marchas deben ir acompañadas de una acción política.
That's why I'm running for city council in the city of Minneapolis.
Por eso estoy corriendo para oficina en Minneapolis.
There is too much at stake to leave to the crazies.
Hay mucho, esto es mucho para dejar a los locos.
Change must be accompanied by artists bringing attention to the issues.
Cambio debe comenzar con artistas que hablan de los problemas del tiempo.
And the consistent efforts that it sometimes takes to make positive change occur.
Y los efectos consistentes que es necesario para comenzar el cambio.
I wear purple for my people, my beautiful transgender people.
Llevo morado para mi gente, mi hermosa gente trans.
And what if love was the most powerful word in the ethos?
Y si el amor fuera la palabra más poderosa en el ethos.
Love, 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 love.
Amor, 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 amor.
And what if my transgender people
y si mis personas transgéneras
were the embodiment of that love,
eran la encarnación de ese amor,
representing everything and nothing,
representando todo y nada.
We wear purple because Elton John sang.
Nos vestimos de color púrpura porque Elton John cantó.
All right, you ready to sing, Eva?
I'm ready.
All right. And you can tell everybody this is your song. I know this might sound simple, but now that it's done, I hope you don't mind. I hope you don't mind if I write down in the words how wonderful life is when queers are in the world.
I can't beat that.
Oh, wow. Thank you, Trans Pride Seattle, for inviting me here.
Muchas gracias a Trans Pride Seattle para invitándome aquí.
You know, Pride is happening in my home city right now.
Orgullo está pasando en mi ciudad también.
And it's very controversial.
Y es muy controversial.
You know, I think everybody has probably seen the video of Philandro Castillo being murdered.
Todos deben haber el video de
Philandro
Castillo siendo matado.
And the subsequent acquittal of the officer that shot him.
Y la policía que le mató se fue sin culpa.
So the community,
entonces la comunidad,
particularly queer, POCs and trans people,
muchas veces los queers, las personas de color y las personas transgéneras,
ask the Pride organizers to not have the police at the front of the parade.
Piden los organizadores para que la policía no esté en la entrada de las celebraciones.
And on Wednesday, the Pride organizers agreed with them. They said no police presence other than the ones that are legally required to have a permit for a parade.
Y el miércoles la policía dijo que está bien que no tienen que tener la policía ahí.
But then this morning, after the police chief whined and complained that they were being excluded from the parade,
pero esta mañana, después de que el jefe de la policía dijo que no era justo que no estarían en el frente de la parada,
the Pride Committee capitulated.
Los jefes de Pride
changed their mind.
Cambiaron su mente.
And so now there's this big controversy about who should go to Pride, who should be at Pride, all of this.
Entonces hay controversia ahorita de quién debe ir a Pride, quién no debe ir a Pride.
So I wrote a Facebook post this morning and I want to share it with you guys here.
Entonces,
Is that okay?
Escribí algo en Facebook esta mañana y lo voy a compartir ahorita.
Let us start with history.
Debemos comenzar con la historia.
The patty rollers from the 1800s.
Los patty rollers de los 500, 800
were instituted to capture and torture runaway slaves.
Eran parte de una organización para agarrar los esclavos escapados.
To protect the white slaveholders in the South.
Para proteger los dueños de los esclavos en el sur.
That is how policing came to existence in this country.
Eso es como la policía organizó primeramente en este país.
And it still operates as a tool of capitalists to protect the social order today.
Y sigue siendo un instrumento para los capitalistas para mantener el orden social en este día.
We must acknowledge this history as the starting point for this discussion.
Tenemos que decir que esta historia era el comienzo de esta discusión.
The Stonewall riots, which began the modern gay liberation movement, was a response to police brutality.
Los Stonewall riots que comenzó el movimiento gay era contra la policía.
and harassment towards black and brown drag queens.
Y estaban molestando a las reinas drag morenas,
who we would call trans women of color today.
Que nosotros llamaríamos las mujeres de color transgéneras en este día.
But the language of transgender didn't exist at the time.
Pero el lenguaje de transgénero no existía en ese tiempo.
So now let's fast forward to June 23rd, 2017.
Ahora venimos al momento presente.
48 years after Stonewall.
48 años después de Stonewall.
And we witnessed in real time the murder of Philandro Castillo.
Y nosotros vemos en tiempo real la matanza de Philandro Castillo.
At the hands of Officer Geronimo Yanez.
En las manos del policía Geronimo Valdez.
Who earlier this week was acquitted of all charges in the commission of that crime.
Que esta semana le dejaron sin culpa de todos los problemas legales de ese crimen.
At this moment, I am in Seattle, Washington.
En este momento estoy en Seattle, Washington.
To speak at the Trans Pride March taking place there.
Y voy a hablar al orgullo trans parada que está pasando aquí.
The community here is also reeling from a police shooting death of Charlena Lyles.
La comunidad aquí está muy sorprendida de la matanza de Charlena Lyles.
The young, pregnant, black mother of 3 children who called the police.
La madre de 3 pequeños que le mataron recién.
Because she feared someone was trying to break into her apartment.
Porque tenía miedo que alguien estaba intrudiendo en su apartamento.
She answered the door with a knife in her hand.
Abrió la puerta con un cuchillo en su mano.
And I can only assume because she was afraid. And though we don't know what happened,
y yo pienso que era porque ella tenía miedo y porque nosotros no sabemos qué pasó.
We do know that she is no longer alive.
Sabemos que ella no sigue viviendo.
She was shot by the very people she called, who are sworn to serve and protect.
Le mataron la misma gente que ella llamó para protegerla y servirla.
Black people, brown people, Native people, Asian, American, Pacific Islanders, queer and trans people are traumatized.
Las personas morenas, las personas marrón, las personas Pacific Islander, las personas queer, las personas gay, transgéneras, estamos traumatizadas.
Fearful and distrustful
asustadas,
of the police.
Asustadas y sin confianza a la policía.
For very obvious and rational reasons.
Para razones obvias y racionales.
Our interactions with the police, much more often than not, do not end well.
Nuestras interacciones con la policía muchas veces no sale bien.
The history, both past and present,
la historia también atrás y presente,
sends a clear message that black lives don't matter.
Manda un mensaje claro que las vidas morenas no importan.
Our safety is not America's concern or priority.
Nuestra seguridad no es la prioridad de América o los Estados Unidos.
our humanity is not recognized.
Nuestra humanidad no está recognizada.
This is our daily reality.
Esto es nuestra realidad cada día.
And it almost feels pointless to talk about this.
Y casi no importa hablar de esto.
Because so many people, much more eloquent and with higher social standing than I,
porque muchas personas que hablan más bonito y que están más arriba en la sociedad que yo,
have been saying this for many, many years.
Han decidido esto por muchos años.
To no avail.
Que sin importancia.
But yet we must continue to say it.
Pero tenemos que continuar a caminar.
We must continue to resist.
Tenemos que continuar a resistir.
To point out the inequities and injustice everywhere.
A decir las injusticias y las inequalidades en todos los sitios.
The struggle for human dignity is not a one-time event.
El camino para la dignidad de humanidad no es una cosa que va a pasar en un tiempo.
It is a lifelong journey.
Es un camino de toda la vida.
So the community is very divided over the decision by the Twin Cities Pride to invite MPD to lead off the parade in full uniform.
Entonces hay mucha controversia de la ciudades gemelas a dejar la policía que empiecen el desfile de Pride.
And I totally get it.
Y yo lo entiendo completamente.
But we must talk about the inherent racism and transphobia that exists within the LGBTQIA community.
Tenemos que hablar de las injusticias que pasa en nuestra propia comunidad LGBT.
To shoulder burden is an inspiring force. To shoulder burden is an inspiring force.
A continuar el camino es una fuerza inspiracional.
To admit a mistake is a noble virtue.
A decir que hemos hecho una culpa es noble.
We, black, brown, API, and native queers and trans people have carried this burden for years.
Nuestra gente morena, queer, LGBT, indígenas, hemos continuado este camino por muchos años.
It is time for the broader LGBTQ community to not only admit their mistakes, but to actively work to address this disease.
Es tiempo para más de la comunidad a decir que este problema existe y continuar a arreglarlo.
Police brutality is what ignited Pride. Let us not forget that.
La brutalidad de la policía es lo que comenzó Pride y no debemos olvidar a eso.
Today we have a member of the LGBT community as the police chief, and I'm happy for her.
Este día tenemos un miembro del grupo LGBT como el jefe de la policía y yo estoy feliz de eso.
But we have had black police chiefs all over the country.
Pero nosotros hemos tenido los jefes de policía en todos sitios del país.
And yet brutality expressly against black, brown, and queer people continues.
Han hecho problemas para las personas morenas y queer por mucho tiempo.
So it is not the representative, but it is the system that must change.
Entonces no es el representante, pero el sistema que tiene que cambiar.
I am running for city council to be a part of that change.
Yo estoy corriendo para la oficina para ser parte de ese cambio.
We will march in the parade on Sunday to be a part of that change.
Vamos a caminar en la parada el domingo para ser parte de ese cambio.
We will march while standing up for the core values that the early agitators like Marcia, Sylvia, Miss Major, and so many others exemplified in 1968.
Vamos a caminar soportando las ideas y las inspiraciones que la gente primero lo comenzó, como Marsha P. Johnson, Miss Major y Silvia Rivera lo hicieron.
Eva is good, y'all. So, I was the Grand Marshal of Pride in 2015.
Entonces yo empecé a Trans Pride en 2015.
And I was deeply honored by that recognition.
Y estaba muy orgullosa para esa recognición.
But as Grand Marshal, I knew
Pero como Grand Marshal, yo sabía
that I had to bring attention to the issues disaffecting black trans women all over the world.
Que yo tenía que hablar de los problemas de las mujeres de color trans que está pasando ahorita en el mundo.
So we stopped the parade at 9th and Hennepin, and we staged a die-in.
Entonces paramos la parada en 9th and Hampton y hicimos un die-in.
It was a symbolic but important act to say our issues matter.
Acto simbólico que dijo que nuestro cambiar estos
is to continue.
Thank you, Randy.
Thank you, Randy. Gracias a Randy por todo. Gracias a todas las personas que dieron propinas esta noche.
You can find Randy Ford with AU Collective or with Kitten and Lou's Camptacular.
Pueden encontrar a Randy en Kitten con Lou y Camptacular.
And next we have Jade Dynasty.
Un aplauso para Jade. Jade es una presentadora y bailarina que se enfoca en el Vogue, y ella presenta diferentes bares y clubs aquí en la ciudad de Seattle.
Jade is a performer, voguer, and dancer in several Seattle bars and clubs. She's also a member of the House of Luna. As the House of Luna,
give it up!
I love dancing. I
I'm a good bitch. I'm not a mean bitch. I think the word bitch is a very good word, actually. I like reclaiming it. There's like people, they're really rude and they're mean, and I go, oh, that fucking bitch, she's such a bitch. Oh, she's my arch nemesis, that fucking bitch. But I'm like a fat bitch. I'm a Kim Cattrall, like I'm a Samantha Jones. Professor bitch. School is in session. Open a book. Let me read you down. Let me tell you what kind of bitch you are. You a poppin' bitch or you a wag bitch? This spectrum reads. It's like the pH scale. Bitch, 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 bitch.
Once upon a time, not long ago, I was a hoe. And I'm admitting it, I won't take it back. Cause I did this shit, I was a hoe. And I'm admitting it, I won't take it back. Cause I did this shit, I was a hoe. More money, I want your money. I want more money, I want your money. More money, I want your money. I want more money, I want your money. I said if I want fuck, I'm gon' fuck him. But if he ain't got a buck, I won't cuff him. Spend 100 on me, it ain't nothing. Wanted double D, so he stuffed him. Back to the point, is it some cash in this place? If it is, I'll probably stick the stats in your face, turn around. Then he asks about the taste. He fell in love like the passion of Drake. But I fuck him though, and I don't even care if his mother know. It's about that paper on another note. And I fake a baby like the rubber rope. And once upon a time, not long ago, I was a hoe. And I'm admitting it, I won't take it back. Cause I did this shit, I was a hoe. And I'm admitting it, I won't take it back. Cause I did this shit, I was a hoe. More money, I want your money. I want more money, I want your money. More money, I want your money. I want more money. This is for all my hoes. All my gold digging hoes. Money getting love, my hoes. About the riches, all my hoes. Broke hitters don't do those.
I think being a bitch and ambitious and an equal savant is very, very beneficial. I am ambitious. Do not have me mistaken. I am not mean, petty, or egotistical. I just pop the fuck off. I know how to get things done. I don't cause a scene. I cause a ripple. I'm a bitch because I can smell fear, because I can survive, and because I don't take no shit. I'm a dog with a big bite.
Once upon a time, not long ago, I was a hoe.
Yes, Jade! Un aplauso para Jade. Gracias, Jade. A continuación, vamos a continuar con Ari y Daniela. Si nos pueden acompañar al escenario. Next up, we're going to continue with Ari and Daniela from Almas Cautivas. If you could join us on stage, please. And as they make their way up here, I'm going to share with you in Spanish a little bit about Almas Cautivas and what they do. Almas Cautivas da ayuda necesaria para las personas LGBTQ encarceradas en México.
Entonces ellos se encargan de asegurarse que todas las personas LGBTQ que están encarceladas en los diferentes cárceles en México tengan un grupo de apoyo, no solamente un grupo de apoyo, pero también reintegración a la sociedad después de que cumplan su condena. Gracias.
Thank you, Ray. Thank you, Ray, for the translation. So, Almas Cautivas, I had the wonderful opportunity to meet them in Mexico City last summer. And it was with the first pioneering LGBTQ study abroad program at University of Washington. And I was just so blown away with their work with incarcerated trans women that I wanted to bring them up for Trans Pride. And I could not be happier that the two of them are here in Seattle right now.
Yo conocí a Eri y Daniela en un programa de la escuela de la Universidad de Washington, el cual se enfocó en cuestiones de las personas LGBTQ, y me da mucho gusto que están aquí presentes.
Hello, everybody.
Hola a todos.
Hola. Hola a todos. Primero, queremos...
We want to thank Entre Hermanos as well. Yanni Robinson.
Dani Skinny. Estamos aquí.
Because thanks to all of them, we are...
Queremos dar las gracias también a la ciudad.
We want to thank the city of Seattle. It has been very welcoming.
Y por supuesto al clima de estos días.
And of course this weather, because it's beautiful.
Estamos hoy aquí con ustedes.
Ari is going to say what we do within Almas Cautivas and why the work is so important.
Thank you. Hi everybody.
Because we're looking for justice and for liberation.
Esa libertad que no encontramos en nuestros estados de nacimiento.
That kind of liberation that you won't find in your own birthplace or hometown.
Por eso nos a la Ciudad de México.
That is exactly why we immigrated or moved to Mexico City.
Para buscar la libertad de quienes nosotras somos.
Because we liberated and feel comfortable in our own skin.
Y sin embargo, en esa búsqueda de la libertad, y sin embargo,
no, síguele.
Y sin embargo, en la búsqueda de esa libertad significó una chispa para algo mejor.
Ari's gonna tell us how her journey of being incarcerated and being through this journey to do the work that we do.
Yes. Almas Cautivas es un proyecto que no nace lo que pasaba en la cárcel con las personas trans, hasta que lo vivo, hasta que lo palpo, porque también el sol dentro de una cárcel es diferente, porque el olor es diferente, porque se siente la pobreza.
You are connected with many other people that might be incarcerated unjustly.
Y aunque la percepción de otros, pero no tenía ni un solo privilegio.
I would have my light skin appear by passing and being somebody who's well educated and being somebody who, who belongs in society. That was not the case. Simply due to the fact that I am trans.
Y estando en ese momento, en ese lugar, las personas.
Way. And what a better way to show, right, the power of the trans community than really working and organizing within the jails, right? A place that predominantly maybe is thought of a very masculine space.
Hoy el mensaje que Almas Cautivas les trae es que no olvidemos a las otras población.
We have to empathize with other aspects of our community, even those that are not here represented today, to ensure that people feel a sense of belongingness and a sense of family, because many of us are here because our chosen family is here.
Ese es nuestro mensaje como almas cautivas, porque no solamente debemos trabajar para las personas que somos libres, sino también para las personas que están en la cárcel. Las personas trans no somos objetos de violencia, sino que nosotras tenemos que encarar esa violencia.
Trans people are not people that you could take out your violence on. We are people just like anybody else, and we deserve the right treatment.
El día de hoy también tenemos que festejar que existe la diversidad.
today we also have to recognize that and celebrate diversity.
Esa diversidad que tiene que ser garantizada en todas las democracias.
Diversity that is needed for a society and a democracy to exist.
Porque la diversidad es riqueza.
Because diversity is enrichment and wealth.
Porque la diversidad es parte de la vida.
Diversity is part of our life and society.
Por último, ya casi para terminar,
and to conclude,
nos gustaría compartir con ustedes que estamos muy felices y muy sorprendidas al mismo tiempo.
We are very happy and honored, but also very surprised
que en esta ciudad se celebra, se conmemora, festejamos el orgullo de la marcha trans.
That in Seattle, not only do we celebrate Pride as a whole, but we have a particular event to honor our trans community.
Esto no sucede ni en México ni en parte de Latinoamérica.
This Pride event, Trans Pride, does not happen in Mexico or in many places of Latin America.
Así que el mensaje que nos llevamos de ustedes a Latinoamérica es que a partir de ahora también tendrá que haber un Trans Pride en México y en Latinoamérica.
And the message that we take here, that we learn from all of you, is that we have to have Trans Pride not only in Mexico, but in other parts of Latin America.
Thank you so much.
Gracias.
¡Viva la diversidad! ¡Viva las personas trans! ¡Viva la libertad!
Long live trans people, long live liberation.
Okay, I really want to introduce Genesette Gutierrez, but I have a quick housekeeping announcement. Can you check your belongings or surroundings for a Honda key fob with an Emily keychain and a picture of Nevada on it? There's a mother who really wants her keys. I apologize for interrupting this way. And now, Genesette Gutierrez. Do you want me to introduce you? Oh, yeah. Okay. I'm English, you're Spanish? Okay, great. So, Genesette Gutierrez is a trans Latina organizer from Mexico. She was born in Tuxpan, Jalisco. She is an organizer and founding member of Familia, Trans Queer Liberation Movement. Genesette believes in the importance of uplifting and centering the voices of trans women of color in racial justice work. Genesette will continue to organize in order to end the deportation, incarceration, and criminalization of immigrants and all people of color. Genesette also fundraises for the liberation of undocumented trans immigrants in detention centers. A passionate advocate for trans and immigrant rights, she currently resides in LA. Thank you for being here.
Genesette es una transgénera latina organizadora de México. Ella estaba nacida en Tuxpan, Jalisco. Ella es una apasionada advocada para transgénero y derechos de inmigrantes. Y ella vive en Los Ángeles. Estamos viniendo a Genesette.
Muchas gracias. Can we give it up for Adriana and all the translators tonight, por favor? Thank you so much for staying. I know it's the first time Trans Pride Seattle is having a bilingual, Pride celebration, but it is so crucial that if we really mean freedom, if we really mean liberation, that we are inclusive, right? And we know we had to add more languages in more spaces. Pero la verdad, it's an honor to be here with all of you tonight. Thank you so, es un honor. Estoy un poco, emocionada. Voy a tratar de componerme. I'm a little nervous. I'm going to try to compose myself because I'm angry as hell, Voy a tratar de componerme porque estoy bien encabronada, como decimos en México, ¿verdad? Pero antes de empezar a dar mis palabras, before I start to give my remarks, I want you all to join me and send a message that we are a strong community. So would you join me in a chant? So, obviously, we are celebrating, Trans Pride. So, si se pueden unir conmigo para demostrar el orgullo. Cuando yo diga trans, ustedes dicen poder, ¿ok? When I say trans, you say power, ¿ok? Trans. Power. Trans. Power. Trans. Power. Thank you so much. So, good evening, community. I want to take a moment to honor the lives of the people we have lost due to the state-sanctioned violence. So I want all of us here, the ones who are present, to please hold a moment of silence for the 13 trans women that have been murdered in the U.S. alone. Okay, so we have to honor and remember their lives and continue to fight. We also have to remember Charlena Lyles, who was murdered here in Seattle by the police. We cannot forget about our Muslim sister, Nabra Hassanen, who was brutally murdered walking home. And also the recent acquittal of Philando Castillo. We have to remember and honor the lives and continue to fight for our liberation. So please, let's take a moment of silence. May they rest in power. Que descansen en poder esas personas que han sido brutalmente asesinadas por esta violencia estatal que nos sigue atacando a la comunidad transgénero. En Estados Unidos solamente hemos perdido 13 personas. La mayoría son mujeres transgénero negras. También hemos perdido a otras personas que han sido víctimas de tanta violencia que estamos pasando en este país y eso es nomás cifras que sabemos, pero sabemos que hay otras cifras a nivel mundial, ¿ok? So we know that there are also more victims, not only in the U.S., but globally, that we are not, perhaps we will never know. So I am both honored and humbled for being here today in Seattle for the first time marching and speaking with the transgender and gender nonconforming community. I am thankful to the Gender Justice League and everyone involved in making this event possible. My name is Jenny C. Gutierrez. I was born in Tuxpan, Jalisco, Mexico. I am a proud transgender woman of color. I am an immigrant, and I am undocumented. And for all these racist people who want to deport all of us, I'm gonna remind them that we are standing in sacred, stolen land. So we have more right to be on this earth than you, okay? Quiero recordarles a toda esta gente racista que quiere que deporten a las más de 11 millones de personas indocumentadas en este país, que yo como mujer indocumentada tengo más derecho de estar aquí porque esta tierra es sagrada, que la robaron estas personas que vinieron desde Europa, right? I'm also thankful to be here in community for two special reasons. Tomorrow is the 2nd year anniversary of the White House interruption, where I was baptized as the White House heckler when President Obama was in office. And that action was to denounce the injustices against undocumented LGBT people in detention centers, especially undocumented trans women. So even though the president humiliated me, my own community turned its back on me, I will continue to speak up my truth, and I will continue to challenge power at every time. But then also today is my mom's birthday, so we say like happy birthday to my mother.
So, estoy muy contenta de estar aquí porque mañana va a ser el segundo aniversario de donde la interrupción al presidente, cuando era el presidente Barack Obama en la Casa Blanca, donde yo le reté sus leyes migratorias, estaba hablando de las injusticias que pasa la comunidad indocumentada LGBTQ, pero específicamente la mujer indocumentada transgénero. Pero también es un día muy especial porque hoy es el cumpleaños de mi madre. So, mándenle todos unos saludos, por favor. My mother takes great pride in telling the story of my birth. She recounts how I was the only one of her 9 children who came into the world without the assistance of a midwife. When her contractions started, she sent my brother and sister to get the midwife. By the time she had arrived, though, I had already been born. My birth is where my resistance began. Also, my birth is where my journey and struggle for liberation continues. Mi madre toma mucho orgullo en decir el nacimiento de cuando yo nací. Ella con mucho orgullo dice que de sus 9 hijos, yo fui la única que vino en este mundo sin la ayuda de una partera. Cuando sus contracciones empezaron, mi madre mandó a mi hermano y a mi hermana a que trajeran la partera, pero para el tiempo que la partera regresó, yo ya había nacido. Entonces, mi nacimiento es donde mi resistencia empezó y también mi nacimiento es donde mi jornada por la lucha de la liberación continúa. But, you know, now that she's very proud, it wasn't that easy all the time. It took a lot of difficult conversations, painful conversations, and I used to be ashamed of being a transgender woman because I couldn't get ready at home. I would go to a friend's house, I would get ready in the car, and before going home, I knew I had to take everything off, the makeup, because I couldn't present any type of femininity. But not only was I dealing with my identity as a transgender woman, there was another factor that kept making me more, anxious and depressed, which was my immigration status. So as a transgender woman, I was very ashamed to live my life openly and authentically. And as an undocumented person, I was living in fear most every day. So, nada más quiero recordarles que aunque mi madre ahora abiertamente me acepta como su hija transgénero, no fue todo el tiempo el caso. Fue muy difícil, tuvimos conversaciones de mucho dolor. Yo no me vestía en la casa, yo iba a la casa de mis amigos, a veces me cambiaba en el carro y antes de ir a la casa yo me cambiaba para no presentar ninguna seña de ser femenina o de ser mujer. Entonces yo estaba lidiando con esa parte de mi vida de ser una mujer transgénero con mucha vergüenza, pero también había otro factor que era yo como mi estatus migratorios, que me daba mucho miedo en vivir y pues las cosas que tenemos que lidiar por todos estos ataques que están pasando, ¿verdad? Con esta administración. So the current political climate has mobilized activists, organizers, and organizations to create new ways of resistance. We must come together and work toward ending the systems that discriminate, incarcerate, deport, and murder people of color here in the United States and around the world. So January 20, 2017, the Trump era began, but it is important to remember that the trans resistance era began over 40 years ago at the Stonewall. So we all must remember and uplift the leadership of Marsha P. Johnson and Sylvia Rivera and many others that stood up against police brutality, against discrimination, and against violence. The attacks against our community must not be tolerated at any level. North Carolina and Texas have incited fear and hate with their anti-trans bathroom legislation. That hate can be seen and felt here in Washington State with Initiative 1552 that was talked about earlier in the program. I hope all of you are aware and sign up to defend our rights with the campaign Washington Won't Discriminate. So we know that these attacks are not about us, trans people, using public accommodations. These attacks are an attack against our existence, our humanity, and our dignity. We must not allow anyone to ever bring us down anymore. We must organize, mobilize, and resist all types of hateful legislation. This time is challenging many of us. It is challenging us to see beyond our communities. It is a calling to stand and protect the most vulnerable among us. An attack against the undocumented LGBT community is an attack on all of us. And similarly, an attack against Muslims, immigrants, Black, poor, disabled is an attack on all of us. So we, as a community, must commit in organizing and fighting back in order to protect all of us. Because I can tell you to conclude in English, and then I'm going to do a quick recap in Spanish, okay? Because I can tell you to conclude as an outsider, as an undocumented person, as a revolutionary, our liberation will not come at the hands of the Democrats. Our liberation will not come at the hands of the Republican Party or any elected official or the elite. Our liberation is going to come from the most marginalized. And you need to start listening, you need to start supporting their leadership, and also to lead us in that fight for liberation. In my journey, I am learning and joining other communities in fighting and standing against state-sanctioned violence and building movements that are, these are the people that hold the key for our liberation. So we need to build movements that are pro-Black, pro-trans and queer, pro-poor, pro-workers, pro-woman, and pro-liberation. I am committing to fighting to protect the lives, humanity, and dignity of all people. So, como la activista que soy, like the activist that I am, can you all join me in a chant once again? See? So when I say, we're going to say it 3 times, okay? So we all together are going to say very loud so DC can hear us, 45 can hear us, all these Republican people here in Seattle can hear us, okay? So when I say, all of us, our existence is resistance. Are we ready? 1, 2, 3. Our existence is resistance. Louder. Our existence is resistance. Our existence is resistance. Yes, ahora en español. Nuestro existir es resistir. You can do it. It's very short in the Spanish 101, right? Nuestro existir es resistir. ¿Listos, listas? Sí. Nuestro existir es resistir. Nuestro existir es resistir. Nuestro existir es resistir. Muchas gracias. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Jenisette. Wow. Okay. One last announcement from Priya. And then we'll have another DJ break with Melt. And then I will tell you about the after party in Vermilion. That's across the block over there. Just go to 11th and Pike. And that's our Trans Pride after party until 2 a.m. with a couple other artists.
Tenemos unas palabras más de Priya y vamos a hablar también un ratito más acerca del after party.
Hi, everyone.
Hola a todos.
I'm an attorney from Legal Voice.
Ella es una abogada de la firma Legal Voice.
And here I have Megan, our legal intern.
Y ella tiene a Megan, su ayudante legal.
We have one quick reminder.
Tenemos algo que recordarles rapiditamente.
If you see police talking to people, record it.
Y si ustedes miran policía hablando con personas, pónganles el video, háganle un video.
They were not invited today.
Ellos no fueron invitados esta noche aquí.
Look out for each other today and every day.
Hay que ver por cada uno de nosotros hoy y siempre.
Thank you, Priya.
Muchas gracias.
Thank you everyone for coming to Trans Pride. Thank you for staying late. Thank you for listening to everybody. And I just want to give one more round of applause to Geneset, Ariane Daniela, and Andrea Jenkins. Thank you.
Muchas gracias por habernos acompañado y haberse quedado esta tarde. Aplausos para Janice Gutiérrez, para Ari y Dani de Almas Cautivas, igualmente para Janet Jenkins.
And thank you for bearing this out with the bilingual translations. Thank you so much to Adriana Torres of Somos, Ray Corona of Somos Seattle, and Eva Campos. Thank you.
Gracias a Ray Corona from Somos Seattle, a Eva por estar interpretándonos y a mí también. Muchas gracias, fue un honor, muchas gracias.
Buenas tardes.
Muy buenas tardes.
Bye.